Welcome back, everybody. We back, and we waiting for Saturday, UFC 266, the return of the one and only Nick Diaz, which should be the main event, but he's not. So let's get down to breaking down the top three predictions for the top three fights. Um, so let's get started. We got Volkanovski versus Ortega. We got Shevchenko versus Murphy, and we got the GOAT versus Lawler. All right. So, Volkanovski versus Ortega. This is one of those fights where it's like you're kind of biased. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Volkanovski versus Ortega, they were the coaches of the Ultimate Fighter this year, and it was the return of the Ultimate Fighter. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anybody really cared about them. You know what I mean? I think it was a fluke return. You know what I mean? Volkanovski's a good fighter. I'm not gonna say he's a bad fighter. Or he's a good fighter as well. You know what I mean? They're both good fighters, but just not Ultimate Fighter. You know what I mean? Like no one really wants to watch them like coach the Ultimate Fighter. You know what I mean? So I already kind of have like this little like I'm a little upset that they had to, you know what I mean, that they had to be the coaches, and I didn't want to watch. They made me not interested in the show. So whatever though. We got Ortega versus Volkanovski. Volkanovski lost to he beat Max Holloway, which I fuck with Max. So I kind of don't like Volkanovski, but I do give Volkanovski the respect because I do think that he beat him fair and square, right? He did beat him fair and square. Even though some people don't want to give him the credit, he did beat him fair and square. And then Ortega, he fought, Korean Zombie. He was looking good on that fight. His stand-up looked better than ever. He looked like an improved fighter. But it's like one of those fights where it's like I don't really like Volkanovski. I understand Volkanovski is a good champion. He's a good fighter. But I just kind of don't really like him. You know what I mean? Ortega. I like Ortega more than I like Volkanovski. But it's one of those situations where it's like I like Ortega more than I like Volkanovski, but I kind of understand that Volkanovski is a better fighter than Ortega. You know what I mean? So it's like, do I want the guy I want the most to be the champion, or do I want the best fighter to be the champion? You know what I mean? And that's why I have a hard time choosing. But Ortega, Mexican American, so I'm gonna be rooting for Ortega. But if I had to bet on it, if I had to make a pick, if I put money on it, I will be choosing Volkanovski to win this fight. I think he's just good. He's just fucking good. You know what I mean? When he fought Max, he was able to beat him twice. To beat Max twice is not an easy task at all. There's not many fighters that can beat Max 2 times in a row. Max had him hurt a few times. He was able to come back, gather himself, compose himself, and you know what I mean? But Ortega has got a lot better on the stand-up. I don't know if Ortega is a better stand-up fighter than Max Holloway, but we're going to find out. We're not going to find out if he's a better, but you know what I mean? We're going to find out if he could, pose a different threat on the stand-up to Volkanovski than Max did. So, I'm going to go Volkanovski on that one. So let me go ahead and show that one. Next up, we got Shevchenko versus Murphy. Now, to be honest, I don't even think I have to put this board down. I think Shevchenko is probably gonna batter her. It's probably gonna change her face. But come on, Shevchenko. She who was that girl she destroyed the last fight where she got her in the crucifix and starts fucking dropping bombs on her face? I think Murphy is just not on her level. You know what I mean? I think Murphy's probably gonna be a little bit too slow. Not on Shevchenko's level, anywhere near her level, anyways. I think it's probably going to be a first-round finish, depending if Shevchenko wants a first-round finish. If she takes her time, which she sometimes likes to take her time, then, but I'd say first-round finish. Volkanovski and Ortega, I'd say... I don't know. I could see it going to the decision. Just because Ortega was a fucking savage, not easy to put out. And I don't have Ortega winning, so yeah, I see it going to decision, and I feel like if someone does get a finish, it's gonna be Ortega. I just don't see. I don't know. I just don't see Volkanovski finishing the fight for some reason. So I see it going to decision. Shevchenko Murphy, I got Shevchenko by knockout, or TKO, whichever one. And then Diaz and Lawler. So we know Lawler. He's had fights recently, more recent than Diaz, obviously. I think he's fought like maybe 2 years ago. Maybe even a year ago. I don't even know, but I know he's fought more recently. You know, Lawler. He's gonna have his power and his shots. You know, he's gonna. You know what I mean? He's kind of the same fighter. Maybe he's not as explosive. You know what I mean? He's obviously a little bit older now, but you know what I mean? He's still a stand-up fighter. But I think Diaz is just... I don't even know what their ages are. I'm pretty sure like around the same age. But I think Diaz, I think he's put in a lot of work. So I think he's still going to have his cardio. He's still going to have his, you know what I mean, his good stand-up skills. We know he's a fucking Cesar Gracie fucking trainee, whatever the fuck. Cesar Gracie motherfucking, whatever you want to call it. You know, he trains with Cesar Gracie, all right? So I think Diaz is just overall more dangerous. I think Lawler, the only thing he has is maybe power. But I think Diaz, over the years, I think he's probably a smarter fighter. You know what I mean? I think he's just an overall better fighter. I think he's going to do the exact same thing he did. I think he's going to come in. He's going to come out here. He's going to fucking pick him apart. You know what I mean? And I can see Diaz getting the finish. I think he's going to melt Lawler. I think he's going to just end up melting him. And probably TKOing him maybe in the fucking 4th round. You know what I mean? 4th, 5th round. I can see him just melting him. But yeah, I think Diaz is just, you know, I think he came back and he took this comeback serious. And he put in the work that he needed to. And I think Lawler has been training for training camps because he's been fighting and he's just not going to get any better. I think Diaz is going to be better at this stage of their career. And we'll see how he looks. And then we'll see what you know what I mean, if he's going to, what level he's going to be at after this fight to see who he's able to compete against next. You know, just because of his age. But we'll see. I got Diaz by maybe TKO 4th round, 5th round. And so yeah, these are my picks. And we'll see. I think I've made predictions in this channel. And I think I've only got like maybe 1 or 2 wrong. So I'm the prediction genius here. And if y'all want to play some bets, y'all go ahead and listen to me and place them bets. We'll see after Saturday if I was right or if I was wrong. I'm out. Peace.